Hi, I am once again not seamless, and today I'll be showing you how to make this sound. This video is the last out of 3 tutorials in which I show you how I made all of these sounds you see here. Links to the other 2 videos in this series in which I covered the other 2 sounds here will be in the description. Alright then, much like the second sound here, this one is a Harmor Resynthesized version of a recording of the first sound, which sounds like so. Then, I put the recorded sample into a new Harmor. First though, this is what it sounds like without the effects in post. Alright, now, let's examine this Harmor. When I first listened to what this sample sounds like in Harmor, I noticed that high rec bit sounds pretty neat, so I decided to only work on that little portion. So I set the image find speed to 0 so that the sound would be static, and then I manually automated the image time offset knob so that the sound would only move during the duration in which the bit that I liked existed. I've also automated this image time offset smoothing knob here. It is also important to note that I used both parts here, part A for the mono sound and part B for the stereo. The time and smooth knobs are automated in both parts through the same automation clips. I've also turned the scale knob down to 0 in both parts. The form and shift mix knob is automated. The form and mutation window is set as such. I'm also using some phase randomness on the spectral mode. The prism function is also used. Here I'm using the phaser on the frequency mode. I've modified the phaser shape in this manner. The phaser mask is set reasonably low to keep the effect of the frequency phaser in check, as it can get pretty chaotic if let loose. Then, the local and global EQs are used to bring down some of the low end and the mids, so that those frequencies would not overpower the rest of the spectrum when put under distortion. And now for part B, which has the side processing function enabled. First off, the image form and shift mix is set at around 50% and the image form and mutation window is configured as such. The phase randomness function is enabled on the spectral mode. There are 3 voices of unison and the harmonic unison pitch window is set as follows. Additionally, the prism is also used here and it is shutting off fairly quickly. The harmonic prism window is set like this. Here the phaser is used in a similar manner to what it did in part A, except that here I've also set different values for the phaser width and offset per unison voice via the unison index mapping. The local and global EQs are used here to cut down the low end, as I did not want the stereo signal to have any lows in it. In the FX tab, the sound is distorted using the cube algorithm. It then goes through some chorus with very low depth and speed values, reverb, delay and compression. Note that I moved the delay and the reverb prior to the distortion in order to accentuate their effect on the sound. And now to the mixer effects. I first have this phaser, and then there's this EQ, which is then followed by a wave shaper for distortion, which is then followed by another EQ, and lastly, there is this Maximus which is used for multiband compression. Alright, that is it for today. If you want to know how I made the other 2 sounds here, feel free to check out their corresponding tutorials. Links to those will be in the description. Alright, I have been not seamless. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and all that good stuff. And as always, thanks for watching and have a nice day.